All right, guys, what we're going to go do today is go over a workbook. As soon as I get my glasses straightened away here. Okay, we're going to go over our workbook today. I met with Mark yesterday, and Mark was a great student. He had a lot of questions that he wanted to ask about things, but you've heard Les talk about my workbook a lot, and I am very repetitious on doing the same thing when it comes to forming my workbook. I've got a way of going through selecting the vehicles that I'm interested in bidding on, of course, but then what I do is I sort out my workbook by lane and run number. Now, it's very important to sort it out by lane and run number because of the very simple thing that a lot of times you're going to find vehicles are very, very close to running under the auction block at the very same time, and that can get confusing. And so I sort out my workbook, as you can see. Now, we've got, of course, I love my cell phone, and I love using it to scan the VINs and give me a market report. But let me tell you, this old tried and true method, I started using my clipboard and my run numbers 40 years ago, and it just works for me. So my suggestion is don't be afraid to revert back to old school, because I've got it here at a glance instead of having to flip through my phone and find my run numbers. So I strongly encourage that you print off your worksheet and that you do your run numbers. I've sorted each one by lane number here, and I'm looking here at, for instance, I'm at lane number 1, or lane 8, run number 1, which is the very first vehicle in lane 8, and then immediately after that I've got one in lane 6, run number 4. So I've got to rush right over from one lane to another lane, because the run numbers are exactly what you have to go by. The lane tells you where they're going to be, what folder, for instance, the file is in, but the next thing is going to be the run number. So you've got to strategically walk from one lane to the other, and always get to that car before it comes in to the lane. Check it outside. Go by, feel the air, see if it's blowing, and talk to the driver. How did the car run up there? Did it have any slips or anything in it? Of course, you're supposed to have done your work the day before, which is what I did. I did my report Sunday, and you know, I know most of these vehicles, but when I got home last night and all day today, I've sorted out my work list, and then I've done my auto checks. Now, with auto check, you can get 25 reports for 21 days for $50. Okay? So I want to encourage you, that is a well spent $50 a week not to miss a car. So you need to go in there and do your auto checks on these cars and make sure that you got some history. For instance, I've got some cars in here that are one owner cars. Now, when I've got the facts of knowing in front of me that I'm bidding on a one owner car, most of the guys out there don't know that it's a one owner car. Well, I'm automatically going to win that bid, because I can sell easily good looking one owner cars, because the history's easy to get a grip on. So do your homework Monday night. If you're doing it full time, this is what you're going to do. Do it full time. I really aggressively work on these things 2 days a week, a few hours on Monday, and then I'm at the auction for an hour and a half. That's why I don't miss when I buy cars. Sure, do I buy cars that I've got to facilitate repairs on? But I rarely spend over $200 reconditioning a car, because I've done my homework. I've inspected the car, I've auto checked the car, I've sorted my run list out. I am prepared for this game when the game starts Tuesday morning. I know what I'm buying, and I know what I'm going to be offering the consumer. And that is what's going to make a difference into whether you're good or you're not good in this business.